Okay, so what if you could save up your time right now to use for your own care when you get older? I'm not talking about money, but actual real hours of help. It sounds kind of like science fiction, right? Well, today we're going to dive into a fascinating Swiss system that does exactly that, all through one woman's pretty incredible story.
So let's start with this. This is a quote from a woman named Christina. She's a 67-year-old retired teacher in Switzerland. She says, "I am not working for money. I am depositing my time in a time bank. And when I am old and unable to move, I can withdraw it." I mean, just think about that for a second. That's such a powerful idea, right? It totally reframes how we think about retirement and care. For her, this isn't about getting a paycheck. It's a direct investment in her own future.
So that leads to the obvious question. What exactly is this time bank she's talking about? Because it's definitely not the kind of bank you're picturing, with, vaults and cash. It's something way more personal. Believe it or not, this is an official program. It was developed by the Swiss Federal Social Security System. And the concept? It's actually super simple, but honestly, it's pretty revolutionary. You deposit your time by helping out seniors today, and then down the road, when you need help yourself, you can withdraw that time to get the care you need. It's like paying it forward, but with a guarantee.
And for Christina, our retired teacher, this wasn't just some cool idea. Nope, this was a real, concrete plan. She was healthy, she was retired, and she decided, you know what? I'm going to start building up my savings in this very unique bank.
So how do you even start? Well, becoming a depositor is actually surprisingly straightforward. First, you gotta be healthy, have a caring personality, and be a good communicator. Pretty standard stuff. Then you start helping an elderly person on a regular basis. Every hour you work gets logged, kind of like a timesheet, right into your personal account. And after a year, you get your very own time bank card. It's a really clear, well-structured system, and it's all built on trust.
And for Christina, this wasn't just, abstract volunteering. This was real, hands-on stuff. She was caring for an 87-year-old man. She'd visit him twice a week for 2 hours each time. She'd help with groceries, do some cleaning. But just as important, if not more important, was the companionship. They'd just chat or go for walks in the sun. And every single one of those hours, that was a deposit straight into her future.
But you know how life is. It's totally unpredictable. And one day, everything changed. Christina's carefully saved investment, it was about to be put to the test, and fast.
And it happened in just an instant. A totally normal household chore, she was just cleaning a window, and she fell from a stool. The result? A fractured ankle. Suddenly, she was completely off her feet and needed help, like right now. This is exactly the kind of thing that can really threaten someone's independence when they get older.
So, now what? What happens when you actually need to make a withdrawal? For Christina, this was it, the moment of truth. Was this whole time bank thing just a nice idea on paper, or was it a real, actual safety net?
Well, the response was just stunningly fast. From the hospital, Christina sent in her withdrawal request. And get this, a caregiver arrived at her home in less than 2 hours. I mean, just let that sink in. Not days, not even a full afternoon. Less than 2 hours. For someone who's hurt and feeling vulnerable, that kind of speed is, well, it's everything.
And so, for the next month while she recovered, a caregiver came to her home every single day. They helped her with personal care, they cooked her good, nutritious meals, and here's the beautiful part, they provided that same crucial companionship that she herself had given to someone else. It was this amazing, reliable support that was a direct mirror image of the work she had put in.
And the result of all this? Because she had this incredible support, Christina wasn't stressed about trying to manage on her own. She could just focus on healing. And because of that, she recovered really quickly. You'd think an experience like that might scare her off. But nope, it did the opposite. It proved to her just how valuable the system was. As soon as she was back on her feet, she went right back to her work, more committed than ever to keep saving up those hours. Christina's story is it's such a powerful example of how this works on a personal level. But it also points to something much bigger, right? The value of this model for society as a whole. So let's zoom out a bit and look at what really makes this approach to elder care so different.
Okay, so when you put it side by side with more traditional models, the difference is huge. A lot of systems rely on state pensions, and they can often lead to seniors feeling really isolated.